Uh, I forgot the name of the I forgot the name of the podcast, so Charlie. Whatever. Um, Hello guys, welcome to the first episode of our podcast. I totally forgot the name of the podcast. It's like the Immortals or something. Because it's French, because it's French, I always do you know how to like pronounce it in French?
Di-Immortalless.
Yeah, yeah. Keep on telling yourself that,
Uh,
okay.
you have to add you have to add like a slang to it. Gotta sound French.
just anyway, welcome to the Immortals podcast. I'm Michael. That's Philip. This is going to be our first episode, apparently. So yeah, I don't even know how I'm doing this on the 4th of July, but like people are like probably like I'm seeing people like doing fireworks out of my hotel right now. It's oh,
Mm.
Charlie. Anyway, yeah, this of the first episode of podcast. This is mainly it's going to be an entertainment podcast, honestly. Like we talk about everything under the sun. Basically, we always talk about stuff. There are just like it's better to have like a group of people who like a community that like we can thinks like us and we can argue and debate about like stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's basically like an entertainment podcast. Going to be an entertainment podcast. We talk about comics, anime, movies, TV shows, anything that is like anything under the sun. Sometimes philosophy, sometimes politics. Well, barely politics. Philip knows nothing about politics. He's a fraud. Like, yeah, I'm so ready to tell you about how this guy's a fraudster. But like that's later on because we already have like stuff to talk about right now. But like, but
I do know stuff about politics. I don't know what you're on about.
you don't know anything about politics.
I do know
Yeah.
communism and stuff.
I want to ask you to define communism, but like it's just going to waste time. But like later on in the episode, I'll ask you to define communism, unless you don't Google search it or something. Anyway,
I would never. Come on.
anyway, yeah, politics, philosophy, sports. I'm not a sports guy, but he watches like soccer or something. But like, yeah. But anyway, today is going to be just we're going to do. I don't know. We're just going to talk about X Men 97 episode 123. It's not going to be like I don't think it's probably a review, right? It's going to be a review.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess mostly just
Mhm.
stuff that caught my thoughts.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
would you want us to rate the episode first so that like okay, let's rate the whole like 1 to 3 episode, like what we thought about the entire like thing out of a 10 before like we start talking about what we thought of it. What do you think?
sure. Do you want us to rate it individually or together?
Which one?
So like, do you want us to rate
Mm,
epi by episode or just the entire thing?
the entire thing. First, let's do the entire thing first,
Mm,
and then we talk about why we gave the ratings, and then we can do episode by episode.
okay,
Okay.
after you.
Out. Okay. Yeah. So we're getting started, but like I'll probably post this on YouTube too, even though it will be like mostly audio. But like yeah, um. Okay. So out like episode 1 to 3. If I'm going to rate everything, I'll give it like an 8 out of 10.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Do you want to explain it or you want to also see a rating?
I'll say my rating.
Okay,
My rating might change depending on your explanation, but right now I give it a 7.5.
7.5. I'm not even going to argue
Yeah.
because I wanted to give it like a 7.5, but then I remembered how excited I was about the fight scenes and everything. Like when they hit the
Mm,
theme song, and I was like, it can be an 8. It definitely can be an 8. So I was like, I'm going to bump it
okay.
up to an 8 out of 10.
Okay. Wait, let's say your reasons though.
Um, I think well, I think I have to go into like I think okay. Let me just say everything as a whole before going to episodes because I think explaining it in episodes would be easier. But I explain it as a whole first. For like the whole thing as a whole, it just hits like those iconic moments. I think that's what bumped it up for me. I don't think the story is as good as season one. But then again, I binged season one. I don't know, like if you remember, like I think it was last year where you made me watch it.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I binged season one. So
Yeah.
like I don't know, maybe the story, like the overarching story, was like more like you know exposed. But like I don't currently, I don't
Mm,
think the story is like as good as season one. But
mm,
yeah, but like I like it. It's fine. It's better than fine. It's better than average because it kept me like hooked. But the iconic moments, bro, like the fight scenes, the animation, when Madame, what's her name? Is it Madame Sanita or something? I don't remember, the woman who teleported them. When she went into the air and like
yeah.
lifted the ship, I was like, oh, it was it was great. It was great. But yeah, you go ahead. What's your what's the reason for your the overall like 7.5?
Unlike you, I watched this series like weekly last year or the year before that. Can't remember. Uh, I watched it. Yeah, I think it was last year. I watched it weekly, so I saw everything as it came out, which is why I wanted to do this weekly again. And I loved it back then. You said you didn't really grasp like the full story, but for me, last season started from episode one. There was like there was some direction, like something pushing the story
Hmm.
at all times. And even if there wasn't, it was still hype.
Yeah.
Now they do have like a goal, like we are trying to get X-Men back from wherever it is in time, but it's just not as like yeah, as you said, it's just not as hype as season one. Because in season one, the first like three episodes was them fighting some random sentinels in episode one. Then there was Mr. Sinister and Scott
Hmm.
and Jean Grey, the clone. That was like two and three or something. There was like the little Magneto plotline, do not
Yeah.
make me let you down. Like, cool. Like, you see, that is, they're doing sort of random stuff, but like, it was so cool, Like,
Yeah.
I can tell you something from each episode. Was just, and this one, they actually have like, they have like a bit, like something, like, they have like a greater plot that they are chasing, but it's just not as hype to me, especially episode two. You see, once episode two, I think I'm not supposed to go episode by, but once episode two started and I saw Jubilee, I was like, please don't let it be one of those episodes, bro. Because whenever she comes out, she brings filler to the
That's
series,
true.
and that's what she
Yeah.
did. She
Yeah.
did
Me
it
too.
again, bro. She
Yeah.
made that shit a filler. I was
Yeah.
like,
But it wasn't a bad episode
but
though.
all the
I was entertained.
yeah, it wasn't like season one. Season one, the filler episode was some game war thing. That was like actual filler. This one wasn't, as filler
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
still. And
yeah.
I was just watching like, and I just me ranting a bit about the overall stuff, but get into like the small details.
Mhm.
Scott is still flexing his visor. I
I,
was watching them, so
I
bro,
wanted
I,
to
I
call
was I was
you.
watching,
I wanted to call you every time.
bro. I was watching episode one, and then Jim was like, "Go make her see." And he's like, I understand, and his visor does that glitch. I'm like, bro, she didn't ask to kill her. You're not a hitman. You're not an assassin, bro. Like, calm down. And she
I don't.
didn't go. It's like, that's not enough for me. I'm like, bro, calm down.
I don't know, like if other fans apart from us were like talking about it, but like the fact that it was in the first episode, when I saw it, I just burst out laughing. I was like, I can't believe they kept this. Like, I can't believe
Bro, and
they. Mhm.
and Cable T is following his footsteps. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I was about to say that, bro. I was about to say that. I was
bro,
like, what,
calm down with the eyes.
bro? I'm like, why are you also doing it? But you can barely use your powers, like, bro.
Yeah, like, oh, there are so many flaws. Like, see, starting from this one, who is this mother Anika or whatever? Like, I was trying to figure out who she was. I can't, I don't know who she is. Like, she has like time pulling abilities. She can like lift up their ship or power it. And I'm like, you seem quite powerful to me. Why didn't you take the apocalypse? Like, I don't know how it was adapted in the comics. And there is another thing that I feel, because when I watched season one, people were saying that they put like a whole bunch of storylines together, and some people didn't like
Yeah.
it because it felt convoluted. I didn't get that feeling when I was watching season one, but I was actually getting a bit of that feeling when I was watching these three episodes. And I was like, it has to be that because, first of all, Apocalypse, they did all of that talking, put up to him, didn't even get to his front door, by the way. Bro dipped immediately. Bro dipped immediately. I was like, okay. He said, oh my goodness, the X-Men, there's only like four of them, but there's no way I can be a match. I must go to the 1990s where they are their weakest. The 1990s, first of all, is where they are their strongest. Like, that's where everyone is there. Like, what? Uh, okay.
I'm not gonna lie,
So, yeah.
I didn't notice like all the things you're talking about because I think I don't know, maybe it's because I was mostly hype. Like it's what I was saying the last time. Like if you give me something that is really good, like the way season one was good, later seasons I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll be like most of the things that
Mm,
normally I'll be angry about, I'll be like, you know what? So I think I missed like I didn't even realize it. You pointed it out. Like why would he go back to where the X Men are the strongest? Like that makes no sense. Yeah, that's
yeah.
true. That's true. I think
Yeah. And what?
another
No,
issue
no,
I have
continue.
is this thing. Like the like as you were saying, I think this like is overly convoluted. Like not it's not
Mm,
complicated because I understand what's going on, but it's convoluted. I'm like I didn't expect the episode with the X Force, and it was a good
yeah.
episode, but I was like, I mean, that's a little too much. Like
Mm,
like it's going to be like 10 episodes per season. That's way too much. But maybe they kill season one, so maybe they might kill season two too. So who knows?
yeah. And also, why was Dean and what's his name? Cyclops running away with Nathan? Like, what was their plan to find some random part on the planets to live?
Let,
Like,
uh,
this little things. I was just like,
let's go straight into like the episode rankings because I think like I think we have because as you say like there are all these things I'll talk about. It's like I think to me I'll give like episode one like 5 out of 10 because as you were saying,
mm,
Jean and Scott were just pissing me off, and as I was saying, like because season one was good, I'm giving season two like a free pass. But like I'm like, as you say, why are you going? like why are you going to take him?
brother.
And they are making it seem like when what's his name Forge was saying it, and Storm's like Storm keeps on defending them, and I'm like, it makes what you're saying makes no sense. Like it makes what are they going to do? Like what? Like the time if let's say they stay with Nathan a little longer and it disrupts the time stream and they like sorry they're not able to go back in time and the time stream is disrupted, the future is going to be destroyed, therefore their son will be destroyed. So what's the use of staying in the present? Like you might kill him. Like bro, I'm like bro, I'm like what are we doing, bro? And Storm is like, I'm not going to let time stand between parents and their child. I'm like, yeah, on that hookah. Yeah, on that, you're on that weed.
Speaking of which, why is Cable here in the first, Nathan here in the first place? Like, I was like, wait, why is he here in the first? I remember the oh right, because he got infected with the virus thing. And what's his name? That guy. I need to put him on a watch.
Mr. Sinister.
Bishop.
Oh
No,
yeah.
Bishop. Bishop was like, oh yeah, you guys can't save me with this world's technology, but my future has technology for you. Don't worry. I'll send you to the future where he is safe. This future? This future is safe? Hello? Why didn't he go to the future, get the tech they needed, and bring it back to them? I might be forgetting some detail. I hope I am forgetting some detail because otherwise, like, there's no good reason for bro to be living this life in this future. Like, hell
I
nah.
I don't I don't remember like a lot of season one, so I can't even because when they're doing like the recap, I was like, I don't remember like a lot of these things that happened. But like, yeah, now that I mentioned, that's great. That's great. That's
Yeah, so
great.
don't worry. Bro is moving like Shinigami in Bleach. Don't worry, guys. The soul society you are going to is a peaceful and wonderful place. Yeah, nah, bro got sent straight to the hood. Prehistoric Japanese food to
Bro,
get experimented on by Mayuri. Like, oh my gosh.
and the way, what do you call it, like Gene and Gene, well, Gene and I don't know if Scott, I can't remember if Scott also did the same, but like the way Gene was so, oh, it wasn't Gene, it was Scott rather. The way Scott was like so prepared to like just not care what happened to Cable if like they disrupted Nathan's
Yeah.
presence. I was like, damn, bro, will you really do that to your son? Like, you know, Cable more than this version of like Nathan. So I don't know.
Mm.
What about you? What would you give the episode?
Me, because it had more of a direction, mostly because episode 2 happened. I'd have to give it like a 7. Yeah.
Episode
Had
one
more
is
of a
seven.
direction for me. Yeah. Yeah.
Episode one is
There's
seven.
still, yes. Yes.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
I'd have to.
That's
Also,
crazy.
oh, I just remember something. There's some small things I was looking forward to. They just didn't address. Like, I've got what they call him, Wolverine. Because
Mm.
right now he's, I think it's called Savage Wolverine. I don't know what they call that version
I think that's what
without
they
the
want.
adamantium.
Yeah, I think they wanted to do Savage Wolverine, but Savage Wolverine in the comics is different.
Oh, okay. Because he was like really wild and stuff. So I was expecting like at least for them to talk about it, but it wasn't mentioned once. Which is something I've seen going on this entire like X-Men 97. Because the previous one, especially as a kid growing up, it's always when I say X-Men, like if I told someone that yeah, I want to look like X-Men, they know I'm talking about Wolverine because Wolverine was like their face for the longest time.
Yeah.
And in the other series, it was mostly Wolverine focused. But in this one, they are like trying so hard to just ignore his existence. He's just
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think
So
they
this whole thing happened and they just didn't talk about it.
I think like the writers or the director Bode Mayo. I don't know if he actually. I believe like it was spoken about in like a press conference or something, and they're like like they want to like focus less on Wolverine for X-Men 97. So yeah, it could be.
No.
Yeah, it could be something. But I don't think this is as like he's not actually behaving. He's behaving like more savage, but it's not savage Wolverine. Savage Wolverine
Mm,
was on a rampage. It was bad. It was bad in the
mm,
comics. Yeah, that's how I saw it as.
okay.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah.
but yeah, like a 7 out of 10 is crazy. I then what should you give episode 2?
5. No. 5.5.
Really?
Yeah. Also, I see. This is our first podcast, but one thing you're gonna know for at least for the near future, I keep a track of frauds on my list, and I pay attention to those frauds. I also keep a track of people who are cold. I pay attention to those people who are cold. From episode 1, I gotta put this girl on the front list, bro. I already had her before on it before, but I gotta address it again. Storm, Storm.
Why? What did she do?
I can control the weather. I bet. I go into the comics, into the Wikipedia, the fan or whatever, and they're
Hmm.
talking about how she can, I don't know, fight Thor, or she can beat all the mutants if she wanted. I'm like, how? Well, actually, she's an Omega level mutant, and she has no ceiling to her power, and she could put the entire world in blah blah blah. Well, even if she can actually do like a cosmic storm. I'm like, what? Did they just attach storm to cosmic and they give it to her? I watched it episode one talking about some, you know what? You can control the solar flare that they give us power. Explain to me the science of how controlling the weather gives you power over the cosmic, like over the sun, over how? That doesn't make sense. Am I mistake like no, I know she can do this, but like it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't like
Bro, I'm not going to lie.
uh,
Like when I was watching it, I was also like, I can't see the signs. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know because you know how like Iceman's power isn't ice. It's the ability to like reduce the temperature of objects. So when she did that in my mind, I was like, maybe I actually don't know her like actual ability. Maybe her ability is like not simply weather control. Maybe it's like something I'm not sure of. because Iceman doesn't like freeze things. He just reduces the temperature around him. So I'm like, maybe it's something similar, and I don't know what it is, and maybe it explains. Yeah, because otherwise they are gaslighting us. Otherwise they
Yeah.
are gaslighting us, Charlie.
And I think they're just writing around us. So like anything that can be classified as like a weather problem, they give it to us an ability. Like
Yeah, like I
yeah.
have you have you seen what they're doing with Storm current? Well, not currently, like last year, the Eternal Storm comics.
I heard about it, but I didn't delve into it.
Yeah, you but finish what you're saying because I was about to go on a tangent, but like finish what you're saying.
Hmm. Yeah, I was going to expand on my fraud list. Cable. This is more in episode two, but Cable. Nathan, I saw him uh using telepathy. I can hear you. I saw him use some small telekinesis. I was like, okay, there we go. Because to me, like I've already talked to you about like the summers, like any
Yeah,
child of Jean Grey or Cyclops Omega level or something like that. Those guys are OP. I was like, and I know in some comics or whatever, some versions he becomes powerful. Cable becomes powerful mostly because like something has happened. It's like his limit or his some injury he's had has healed. Blah blah blah. But
actually,
can't he?
mhm.
Why can't he just use all the things we saw him somewhat use as a child, like as he's older?
Honestly, I feel like in X Men 97 they make him use his powers too much because the whole concept of like Cable in the comics is that like because of the technovirus he can't use the full extent of his abilities. So Nate Gray, that's the Cable from something 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 I don't remember, but like Nate Gray, the OP guy who was like more powerful than Legion, well, somewhat more powerful than Legion. He was the version of Cable who wasn't affected by the technovirus, and so he could use his ability to the full extent. That's how it is. So
Mm,
I feel like in the X Men 97 show they make him use his powers like way too much actually. But then it becomes
no.
like inconsistent, like the way you're saying. Like in season 1 he was I don't know if you remember, but like when we were watching season 1 episode 10 or like 9 or something. I remember vividly because I said it and I was wrong. When he and Gino were fighting the guy and I was like, he can't use his powers. And then he used his powers and I was like, oh damn, they made him use his powers. I remember part because I was like, I was wrong during that
Mm.
time. But like, yeah, so I feel like because of that, they're making it inconsistent, like how much power he can use. So
I think, maybe it's something from the older series that I can't remember because I was a kid when I watched it. Because he came in the older series and they're just continuing his appearance now. Maybe
I
it
don't
was
remember.
explained
Yeah,
back then.
I don't remember anything in the
Yeah,
older series. I don't remember anything at
yeah.
all.
Either that or they're just not addressing it. Like small details that they're not talking about. Well, that's about it for episode one for me.
Hmm. And episode 2, you gave the 7. You gave the 5 out of 10, which is crazy. I give like episode 7.
Two.
I give sorry. I'll give episode 2 like a 7 out of 10.
Interesting. He gave episode one a five.
Yes.
You have to explain this one to me, bro.
It was
Just remind episode two is the Jubilee episode. You
yeah.
know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
When the episode first started and they did like the X Force theme song, I was like I was like, are we going off on a tangent? Because that's another team and blah blah blah. Because so in the comics, I haven't read a lot of X Men comics. When it comes to X Men comics, I'm a lapper Charlie. I just like read a wiki or something. But like I haven't like read the actual comics. So I don't know that much about X Force or X Factor. Honestly, I even forgot X Factor existed till like I watched this episode. I was like, oh, X Factor existed. I didn't even know if they were still around. But yeah, so I didn't think they were going to bring X Force in this TV show. I was surprised. I felt like it was going to be like a waste of time and too many teams. But like it was fine. So the reason why episode 1 is so low on my list is because it's because of like the annoying stupidity of the adults. Like Jean and Scott doing stupid things, saying Storm saying supporting them stupidly. Because I'm like, you're adults. You should be more reasonable than that. You're adults and you're superheroes. So That's why episode one is so like low on my list. Otherwise, I would have given it like maybe a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. For
Mm.
episode two being a 7, it was a fun episode. That's the thing. Maybe it's because I saw it was a Jubilee episode, because season one's Jubilee episode was trash. I hated it. It was a complete waste of time. But like maybe because my expectations were low, I was like, this is actually a pretty good episode. Like great fight scenes. Jubilee using her powers was like, it was like an interesting way of seeing her use her powers. I was like, huh, that's really like skilled. It was good. Psylocke. That's all I need to say, bro. Psylocke, like, bro.
My Shayla.
Psylocke alone makes this like at least an 11 out of 10, bro. You can't tell me I'm lying.
Mm.
Nah, just but like yeah, like Psylocke because she's hot, bro. Like I don't know what to tell you, but like yes, um, I know what to tell you. But yeah, what do you call this? Um, yeah, episode two. What else? What else happened? I think it was a recruitment episode. Blah blah blah. And yes, so normally I hate it when like characters are like in like this type of like situation where you have to do something. Like let's say the way Cable wanted to kill what's his name, the one of the
War.
horsemen. And then Jubilee was like, no. Normally, I hate like when that happens, but in this sense, it made sense, and I'm like, this is how alright, because Jubilee is coming from the X-Men who like what do you call it? Who save people, you know. And
Mm.
she's come to this and she's like Cable is like, you have to analyze that. It's like, I mean, we don't have to. And she's not trying to force her point or push it, but she's trying to like reason with Cable and change him slowly. Like that was the team thought. It was just like when she was talking to like Polaris, she was like, yeah, Polaris. It was also good seeing Polaris actually. But like when she was talking to Polaris, she was like, um Cable like kills people, but like I'm working on it, like that. Like she's not like trying to force a point that like, and the X-Men will never do that. She's like, nah, like I guess we're on a mission. I guess like we don't have the leisure to like keep people alive, like, or like try to do this the good way. But like I still want us to do that, and we can slowly get to that point if the situation allows it. I think
Mm.
that's I think like it made me respect like the writers in that capacity.
Mm. I see.
Yeah, I think that's it for episode two.
Are you done?
Yeah, yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. What did you say? Something about you liked how they use their powers. I didn't want to say this, but hell nah.
Jubilee part. The way,
No.
bro, the way Jubilee killed people.
No. Let me get into it, bro. This is one every time I don't even try to hit big on her because there's a lot of other people on the X-Men team that I just sort of use the powers. I was just like, huh? You know, she was just one of them. And then they had that like little part in I think the final fight where what's his name? I forgot what his name is. The big bad guy was like, "What you gonna do? Huh? Hit me with the 4th of July? Yeah, get it? It's the 4th of July right now." But and then she like powered hit him with like a very powerful attack, and I was like, okay, Jubilee. Which is like they give her a moment, I guess, but that's kind of like a one time thing. She's gone back to hitting people with the 4th of July again. Like I'm sorry, her coolness in like that prison escape thing that she did. Oh, I was not hyped for her. I was just seeing like girl moment scene, which is like I'm not trying to diss anymore, but like once I'm happy go lucky, happy type scene. Like no, because she breaks out, these guys come in with guns, shoot at her. How they didn't hit her, confused. They had her surrounded multiple times. There was multiple times they like stand down, and then they just like never pull the trigger. Like I guess maybe they're trying not to kill her. I don't know. Are these guys good guys or bad guys? They shouldn't be good guys because they imprison children and stuff.
It's no, but
But
it's Val though. It's Val, so I don't think she's trying to like kill them.
no. I'm not talking about she. I'm talking about they trying to kill her.
Yeah, but I'm saying
They
it's
had
I'm saying it's Val who is like the leader of that operation.
Uh, I guess, brother, because I was like, they're shooting. Like, if they're not trying to kill, at some point, I think after they went like above ground, they're shooting, right? And then they're missing her. Like, I feel, oh, maybe it's because I watched too much Invincible. If it was like Invincible, while they're shooting and they're trying not to kill her, you should have defeated all of them, smiled, turned back, and you see like three children dead. That was what was in my head. Like, at least three of these kids should be dead from like a random bullet. Not bullet. Those aren't even like normal guns. Those are like some futuristic
That's the
laser
difference. That's the difference
plasma.
between actual heroes and invincible.
Oh,
Actual
oh
heroes
please.
know their job. They know their job. They know how to save people. Not like invincible who are frauds and they pretend to be
She's not
superheroes.
Magneto. She's not Magneto, bro. She's not Magneto or Gambit. She's like barely
did,
she's doing.
no, did you
Ah,
see
bro.
the way did you see what she did at the end when she like threw her like her, what do you call that thing? Her jubilee thing like
When she
as a
got
boomerang.
a parachute,
No, not
walked to
that.
the edge, it got flipped off from her. She walked back to the people who, shot it out of her hand. Destroys it. I don't like that. That's serious. I was like, I don't know who Val is. I'll tell you this. I'm trying
Val
not to laugh. I don't know who Val is.
is the one who freed Magneto.
It thought so. Didn't she use powers? Am I confused?
No, she didn't. I thought about Polaris.
No, like after she escaped with the kids and she was about to
Yeah,
jump off,
Val is the
someone
blonde.
shot.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
no, it was the guy standing beside her who shot the
Oh, who shot?
was yeah,
Huh.
and Val is the blonde woman
Oh,
with
I
glasses.
remember her. Trust me, I
Yeah,
remember her.
yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
She's not trying to like kill them. That's the thing.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I remember her. I always felt like it seems like I said, but I saw her use pause, but I didn't look at it properly. But like it's not, have you, you're on TikTok. There's this like clip from this series. The Genie, no, not Genie, Georgia. It's this high school black girl they where she's trying to do like a cool scene and I think they're like a bullies or something. She's like, peace out. She turns around and they have this like badass bass music playing for her. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, oh my
Nah,
goodness. You
nah.
probably don't know. If anyone, I'm sure other people know. I'll send you the clip after this, my God. That's how it felt to me, bro. She just walked back, looks at them, destroys it, and talking about something. She had like a one line I've forgotten, and she walks away and then jumps off. And I was, ah,
Yeah, because the thing is like they're not actually enemies. That's the thing. Like
I know, but
that.
why is she laughing at someone who is cold, bro? She's laughing. She's laughing.
But
You're not good.
if that's the argument, I would agree. Like if it's the fact that like all her like trying to act cool stuff, yes, it was like on the nose and ridiculous. But like her fight scenes were good. Her fight scenes were like really good. Like it was impressive. Like it was impressive watching her take out all those flaws. I was really surprised. And when I was watching it, I was like, wow, the X Men really trained her well. Because like she wasn't really doing that much in the original show, even though I don't remember much. But like, yeah, to me, because one thing I remember from my childhood is, as a child, I believed Jubilee was useless. I was like, why is she even in this? Even though like she had a whole episode where they were like stuck underground. I barely remember the episode where they're like stuck underground and she led like a group of mutants and that was like her development episode. But like yeah, as a child I really thought she was useless. Season one of X Men
Mm,
97, I like I've never liked Jubilee. So like season one, her episode pissed me off too. It was like what's the time? But like this episode, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool watching like Jubilee like body all of them, like all of them without killing them. That's what an actual superhero does, not like Mark
nah,
or
bro.
like what's Mark's girlfriend's name?
Real-
That Froster, I can't remember her name.
Eve.
Atom Eve, who only unlocks her full power when she's about to die, and the whole fandom is like
Okay.
she's the strongest character in existence. I'm like, bro, she's a fraud. That's what she is. She's a
All
fraud.
right, bro. It's not about them. It's less. Well, for me, that earlier relation to Invisible 2 was less about the character themselves and more about the situation. As in, realistically, those stray bullets should have hit someone, bro.
Nah,
You
she's
got
just
fit
built
someone.
different. She's just built different.
Alright,
She's an
you
actual
got, you got, you
hero
got,
who knows how to do her job.
you,
She's not invisible.
you, you got too much dip on your cheek, brother. Too much dip on your
What
cheek.
I think about, she's not even my
Doing,
shit. And when
you're
she
doing too
jumps off
much,
and sunspots like catch her, like that's pretty cool. That's a cool scene. Like I have no idea what you're talking about.
bro. I was half cringing the entire time.
Ah,
Anyway, let me not get too deep into Fire, Lady Fireworks. What's the name again?
would you believe?
The yeah, Jubilee, right? I just forgot the name. I don't know, get not get too much into it.
I think Emma
But
Frost was the worst part of the episode.
uh, yeah, maybe not. Mm. Also, I didn't know who Polaris was. I googled her. She's Magneto's daughter.
Yes, how could? Oh, you haven't seen the Gifted TV show, have you?
No, I only saw like the first three episodes.
Yeah, I watched it when we were in high school. Like it's yeah, that was the first time I actually saw Polaris. No, that was the first time I knew who Polaris was. And yeah,
Mm.
she's Magneto's daughter.
Bro, I was just watching their fighting with X, like their fight. I was like, this is why from episode one I was like, I needed to talk about this. Cable is a fraud. The entire team is a fraud. They basically got bodied by one person.
I, I
Polaris
mean,
beat all of them.
I mean to be fair, it is Magneto's daughter. Like,
Oh please, I wish you didn't know this fact. Please, well, who cares? Who cares? It's Magneto's daughter. He is Jean Grey's son, called Samus son.
with
Eh?
barely any of his actual powers, bro.
Man, Psylocke, Sunspot, oh,
Sherlock.
Sunspot. Why did Sunspot? Sunspot should have like, bro.
I mean,
This guy is holding
I feel
back.
like yeah, he is. I feel like he's trying not to like hurt anyone. That's why. Psylocke, I don't think she's that strong a telepath because I remember like before this came out, I was doing research on her like I think 2 weeks ago or something. I don't know why, but like yeah, only research on her, really not a strong telepath. So
Yeah. Well, more, yeah. I didn't even like. I was I didn't remember. Like, I didn't. I forgot that she had telepathy. After I saw her talk about, telepathy, and then they were like, "Can you find him? There's too many minds." I said, "Yep, she's weak." The front. Oh, she's not a
yeah,
fraud. She's just
yeah, that's
dealing with
how.
the car. She's
Yeah,
the
she's not a fraud.
yeah. And I really like the animation for her mind infiltration thing. Like, like cuts the guy's brain a butterfly. And that shit was cool.
It's an actual thing in the
Oh
comics, so
yeah.
yeah, it's an actual thing. That's the reason why because I didn't remember who she was, and then when she cut the guy, and then it's like cut through his mind. I was like, oh yeah, I read about this. I remember now. Yeah.
Mm. Like, why did I give it a 5.5? Uh, Mostly because Jubilee, I didn't like half of the direction of the episode. As I said, it felt more of like uh, it felt more of like a Jubilee moment, and a lot of Jubilee moments feels like a go girl. So I hope I don't get cancelled for that. Uh,
uh, uh, you want to get us cancelled on our first episode?
I just wasn't as impressed, and
That's crazy. I feel like
nothing
I
else
should be saying
happened.
this.
Nothing else happened.
I feel
Like
like
nothing else happened in the episode.
I'm the one who has to be complaining about that, not you. Like I'm surprised. I'm surprised how I like this more than you.
Really, yeah. There isn't a scene to me where I was like, apart from maybe like the Cyclops part a bit, but apart from like just no.
But like Emma Frost, Emma Frost was really terrible. Her portrayal
Mm,
was so terrible. Like I'm not really like an Emma Frost fan, but like, and I haven't really read X Men. Like I already said, I haven't really read X Men comics, but like, I know how like Emma Frost should be portrayed, and I feel like this isn't it. Like this is what I would expect them to portray Emma Frost. It was weird. It was so weird. It was. I,
don't laugh, Michael.
sometimes you have to laugh, Just sometimes you have to get into that role because otherwise you'll be gaslighted. Because it was I feel like the portrayal was bad. In my mind, she's like this stoic femme fatale, but like
Stoic.
yeah,
Hmm.
but
Uh,
like
not not in my mind.
no, because she's
Bow to the White Queen.
what?
Hello, mommy. That's what she says. I'm pretty sure if you type that out, you might dare get like a panel. Bow to the White Queen.
That's a femme
She
that
does it.
like that's a femme fatale part, but like this one was too. They leaned
Femme
too much.
fatale.
Yeah, they leaned
Mommy,
too.
mommy.
Shut up.
Excuse me. Sorry.
But she leaned they leaned way into like the femme fatale, like seduction. This year I was like like she coming in with two guys. I was like, bruh, like seriously, like I don't
That should
know.
have been me.
Yes,
Yeah, continue.
yeah, yes, she should have. Oh, but yeah, that's like this like basically that's I feel like Emma Frost was the worst part of it. Yeah, and
She immediately stole them out for well, money or something. Like, okay.
that part makes sense. It's Emma Frost. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I agree with. Yeah, but yeah, let's next episode. Like I can give episode 3 a 10 out of 10 simply because Magneto was in that episode. Simply because Magneto was in. But like
Sorry.
but like after rank it's like the stories like uh when it comes to story episode 3 what really happened in episode 3. I'll give it like I give it like a 6. I feel like a 6.5.
What? Really? Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. I feel like episode 2 was the best episode I've seen.
Oh, ah. Yeah, I need to get it checked. I actually need to get it checked. Nothing happened in the episode, so that's my problem. Nothing happened. No, continue. Yeah, continue. Oh,
And like Magneto was like great as always in like episode 3. He was the highlight of episode 3. But like nothing really happened in episode 3. Like l- like there wasn't as much cool fight scenes in the 2 previous episodes, and the story wasn't really as like like episode 2 nothing really happened, but there was story. There was a little bit of plot for the X-Force, and there were like very cool moments. In episode 3 there weren't cool moments, and the story wasn't that much better, so I was like I enjoyed the episode, but it wasn't as good as episode 2. And and I knew most of the plots. Like the moment they were like an Egyptian pharaoh, I was like, wait, isn't it Ramatat? They're like Ramatat was like King the Conqueror. Of course it's King. Because in the comics, Ramatat was like one of the future versions of King. And I saw the future robot stuff. I was like, yep, it's King the Conqueror. So,
oh,
I
okay, just got spoiled. I didn't know that.
mean, it's not a
I
secret.
didn't
So,
know that.
uh, so yeah. So, I knew the story already because I know Apocalypse's story. I've read it. I've read it before. I've watched videos on it before. So like King the Conqueror, all that stuff. It's I don't know. Like the only parts I liked was when Magneto was trying to gaslight what's his name? Um
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse
Oh,
into becoming a good person. And he was like you can see like Magneto has like you can see his growth from season 1 and coming to season 2. That's even though he has his own convictions, he still thinks Charles' way can be it's not that it's the right way, but it can be the right way. And if there's like an opportunity to use that, they can use it. And I felt like that was good. Like it was great. It was great character development. Um Professor X didn't really do anything. All he did was complain. And I don't have like he's the voice of reason, so I don't have a problem with that. But like he didn't really do anything. So like I feel like they like during the fight scene, Nightcrawler was good, but like they didn't use Rogue. Like when the fight scene was done, I was like, I didn't see Rogue throw a single punch. Why is she so silent? I don't know, maybe Maybe she was protecting like Xavier, but no, he created a force field. So like, I don't know. Like, it was just flat. It was just flat to me.
Why can't he create a force field?
Don't ask questions. You know, like that. It's a
Okay.
question I've been asking for. I don't. Well, okay. Like the explanation I would say is that it's psionic energy. Like that's what they used to create a force field. Like if you explain it that way, then
No.
it makes sense.
Oh, nah.
Um,
Anyway,
yeah, because psionic energy is what's like telepathy and telekinesis and like other like superpowers like come out from like the psionic energy. So like by that logic, you can use like psionic energy to create a force field. It makes sense.
sure. Well, anyway, on to what I think. I rate that episode, ooh, an 8.5. I would have rated it higher if there was bigger fightings, but 8.5. Damn near a 9. But I feel like there's going to be episodes coming up
What?
that would probably deserve that 9. So I'm going to give it that 8.5.
You think episode three
First of
was the
all,
best episode?
yes, by far.
That's
By
crazy.
far. I don't need to explain episode 2 and episode 1. Obviously, has stuff that, annoying us here and there. Just not as much. Well, I guess for me, it's more of like the focus on each episode. Episode 1 is focused on, should I say, family, the little family dynamic they had with Nathan. Episode 2 is
Mm.
Jubilee, full stop, never gonna continue. And episode 3, what was their focus? Magneto, Big Daddy Magnus, House Xavier, and Apocalypse, and grasping between, like, there's more at stake here. Like, oh, let me, before I get into this, let me start by blazing my my glorious skin. My glorious skin. Hashtag Magneto was right. Oh, don't get me salivated, fantasizing about.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him, though. Just look at him. I wish I could show you. Oh,
Yeah, tripping, bro. Yeah,
yeah. I heard bro speak. I could hear him, try to gaslight Apocalypse a bit. I was like, oh yes, daddy. Yeah, sorry, did I say that? I meant, oh yes, Magneto. Do it. Continue.
yeah, tripping.
Sensational work right there. Sensational work. And bro was doing all of that without like overly crashing out to incredible.
Like that's what I say. Like if it were like just the fact that Magneto was in the episode and like I would have given like that like like 10 out of 10. But like Magneto is not in it. Well, he is enough to make a great episode. But like the other parts were just too down. Like the lows were too low.
Really. Well, was a low for I don't know about the low for me for the episode. But into the episode itself, I guess when you say it's a lot of other characters didn't do, but it's same thing for in episode 1 and 2. Transport didn't do much. Uh,
Yeah, but they all had cool
I
scenes. Like
cool scenes.
yeah, they all had cool
Yeah,
scenes. Like the moments, the little moments they had were hype in both two episodes. But like in episode three, seeing like Apocalypse fight wasn't really that. It was okay. Like it wasn't like I was like, yeah, super strength and stuff. Yeah, but like
yeah,
I was waiting for just Magneto to. Oh, I was waiting for that power that radiates when Magneto uses his magnetism, and I was like,
I guess.
but yeah, like
Oh,
let me say, I'll put it like this: episode three was like it didn't have lows. It was just average throughout, and then the highs were
you're saying
Magneto.
it had nothing to bring it down, is what you're saying.
Yes, it had nothing to bring it down. Episode one and two had
Yeah,
like really lows, like really low lows for me, but the highs were higher than episode uh three.
higher than Daddy Magneto.
Nothing can be higher than Magneto, but like as a whole, the
Exactly.
episode.
Uh. Even no, let me just get to let me finish my review, but let me start with the glaze. Onto my fraud list. You think an episode with Magneto on it would delete an episode of Frost. But you could say, where there is the sun, there must always be shadows.
Yeah.
Charles Xavier, put that guy on the fraud list. My guy. If BC I saw bro talking about Sam, then do not blame me for what. for what I am about to do. I knew immediately that bro was going to somehow fail. He was going to somehow fail at using his one ability. And I was right. Like, brother, I see ever like how to enter someone's brain like out of when it's like, okay, I have no other choice, and then be successful at it. Never. Yes, it's only good for oral farming half the time, bro. Like it's not even good oral farming. So just like Ziva guy's a fraud. So he's just a fraud to me, bro. I swear.
To me, my
Ah,
X-Men.
Astaghfirullah. Brother. And
Uh,
Ball, the I think his name is Ball, the Apocalypse's right hand man. That
yeah.
guy, top two instigator of all time. Bro is out here whispering. It's exhibit. Now, I have to talk about Ball and Logos or whatever. The Apocalypse's ex master. Ball,
But
Logos is the top tier instigator. He's the one I meant to mention instead. Because Ball is a hater. Ball is just a hater. Logos, top two instigator in the series right now. Bro, ah, like back when during the city, right? And then he like buried Apocalypse and all of that. He thought he had won. He was just like foolish, whatever. That whole nonsense was. And then Apocalypse breaks through the gate and he's like, I guess the slave will have determination, I guess. I'm like,
yeah.
who gave this guy all these lines, bro? Does he know something we don't? The
That's what
catch him, bro
yeah,
is still rage baiting.
I know, right? I was like,
Nah.
does he have a secret plan or something? Nah, bro. He's just hating, bro. He's just
They have a sword at your neck, and bro is talking about saying, well, I remember you. I am the one who broke you in. I'm like, who is this brother guy who's getting like these code scenes and code like dialogue for no reason? Come on, man. That is a high right there. First of all, that is a high right there. Balls hating or like you want peace? Disgusting. Ew. Top tier right there. Impressive hating in my book. Wonderful. Wonderful performance. The rest of the X-Men didn't do as much. Nightcrawler had cool scenes, obviously. Rogue talked. Beast talked. Outside of them, everything is cool. Like I didn't know the Pharaoh was Kang the Conqueror, so I was just like, who is this Pharaoh? First, I was confused when I saw the robot. I was like, aren't you? I mean, like the text. We're like, we're like in 3000 BC. This should be like easy mode for us. The most they should have is spears. Why are we suffering? Why do they have robots? And then they're like from the future. I'm like, I guess that makes sense. If it's Kang, it makes more sense. If it's gonna be a problem with any sort of Kang.
yeah.
And then bro decided to release a nuclear blast at them. I want to say they survive. Well, obviously they survive. I want to say everyone is okay because Bishop can absorb blast. And Magneto can probably block that, but I think everyone is gonna die, and that's probably gonna be the thing that's like uh, motivates Apocalypse to become Apocalypse. Uh,
You mean like
yeah,
his people are going to die, or like the sand, blah blah
yeah,
blah people?
yeah. I think all of his people and those like random like civilians are gonna die because they showed them before they blasted.
Mm.
We will leave him and the X-Men. That's assuming the X-Men are still there. The X-Men. Well, until you mentioned Kang the Conqueror, I thought the X-Men were going to like go through time in the last second, and it will be only Apocalypse there. He'll be like, "Oh, my people are dead," and. But if it's Kang the Conqueror, they're probably gonna stay there for a bit longer. So they will be the we'll see if that's the I will see. I don't just stop guessing.
Yeah,
The
I
episode
think
is there's just too many good stuff for me. The episode, like I
fair.
you know, I can't
Yeah,
I can't be lower than the rest.
I don't know if they are going. I don't know if Kang. Okay, the way it ended, Kang is probably going to be like, but like Apocalypse is supposed to be the big boss. I don't know how they are going to like. Maybe they spend like maybe an episode or two on like Kang or something. Another problem I have with the X Men TV show in general is isn't the whole like Marvel time travel thing that you can't change the past. So what's with this whole like time travel shit? Like I'm it uh, is like what
Uh, are you thinking about the Avengers time travel explanation? I
yes.
don't think that applies here. I never actually like I've forgotten about the details. I don't think that applies. I think this is like from like normal time travel from the comics.
But I'm pretty sure, I'm like 90% sure, like the Marvel comics also operates the same way as the MCU.
Mm.
That's why I'm so confused because I'm pretty sure, because I don't think the TV show is like pulling shit out of his ass. Like I think they're pulling like I think they're following the comics somewhat accurate. I would say accurate because I don't think it's accurate, but like somewhat good. So like I'm confused. I'm like, is this how it happened in the comics? Because the whole thing of time travel is you can't change the past. So like, what's this whole nonsense you're doing? It feels useless to me because I'm like, you can't change the past. Like, why are we talking all this nonsense? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
Mm.
Yeah, because I'm like, it makes everything feel irrelevant. I'm like, the whole point is I'm right. No, I'm right. I just remembered because I was reading this comics. I was reading Ultimate Avengers where this thing um the Unraveler. I don't know if it's I don't know if that's the name, but like Reed Richards from another Earth from the previous Ultimate Universe he became like a super villain called the something. I don't remember his name. The Unmaker. And then he goes to the new ultimate the ultimate universe gets recreated, and then the unmaker goes to the new ultimate universe and then creates some whole stuff, and then he does his own nonsense and blah blah, and he became the most powerful being, and he was unmaking the ultimate universe. And the only way they were able to defeat him was when the Reed Richards of their of the Ultimate Universe found out that the Ultimate Universe is the only universe in existence where you can change the past and to change the future. And so he goes back into the past and then he saves Spider-Man, and they are able to defeat the Unmaker. So
Interesting.
by that comics, I'm pretty sure like in a Marvel comics, you can't go back in time and change the past to change the future. So I don't know why we are doing all this. It makes the comics it makes it feel useless. I'm like, what's the
Uh,
point of this?
actually, yeah, but it wouldn't change the future, but it would change or create like a new timeline, I think,
Yeah,
or
but they're
some
not going.
flashpoint type shit.
No, but like
Don't be
that.
there for it, but it might change.
But the new
Come on.
timeline, the new timeline isn't their timeline. Like that's my point. Like
Uh,
i- if they create it just create it just create branch timelines, and those timelines aren't their timelines. So like what's the use of going through all this?
mm,
The only
well, I don't know. I guess rule of thumb, just try not to mess up with time as much. Kind of makes sense.
yeah, and they keep on like they keep on saying that shit, and I'm like, that makes no sense because in your universe, no matter how much you mess with time, the main timeline still remains unaffected. So like what like
Yeah, but you don't want to create like you don't want to create a round time where everyone is just leaves instead.
but
Oh shit!
that
Hello,
that
sucks.
that yeah, it sucks. Like that's not your universe anymore. That's not your timeline.
I know it doesn't hurt to not create it,
Nah,
not create it.
these are like plot holes. Like they keep on saying that like we can't mess with time because blah blah. And I'm like, if you mess with time, it won't change your future. We know this. Like why do you keep on saying this? It's so annoying. Like it's an annoying oversight. It's like you don't have to do that
Mm,
much research.
bro. Anyway, that's like details that I guess it's up to the Marvel like continuity. I don't think that's like an X-Men 97 specific like problem. I think it's just how they've set up their entire universe. So I'll leave it up to them to fix it. Bro, all the time I was watching, I kept on hearing Apocalypse. I kept on hearing Horseman. I was like, where is my man's, bro?
Gambit.
Where's he at? Where's my man's, bro? Where's he at?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
I was also waiting for them to bring Gambit, but they didn't bring him.
Bro, oh, I remember you, mon cher. You never falls.
Another thing that
Oh,
pissed me off in like episode 3 is they didn't address like Rogue and Magneto's relationship in any way. And I was like, so I'm just going to ignore this. Like
we already, maybe they have a different time when they can privately talk, maybe they do, but they already sort of addressed that last season, if I remember right. Because after
not really.
the
See,
episode where,
Rogue joined Magneto, and then
yes,
Asteroid M was falling down, and then they all got dispersed.
uh, nah, well, the episode where Gambit died, she breaks up with Magneto. She's like, well, not break,
No, I know all that. I'm saying
yeah.
the fact that she joined Magneto in the end, and
Well, it
then
wasn't just her.
yeah, I know that, but she's the one there. Or
I
was it?
guess.
Did
She
anyone
actually, yeah.
did anyone there like join Magneto that I don't remember?
Um, also they've been there for months. If you remember that, as
So
far as I'm
you're
concerned, they might
so
have.
no. So the excuse you're giving them is they've been there for months, and it's my fault I didn't witness those months. Is it not their job to show that to me?
Or more than that, I don't think it's an important thing to shine around it. I
What?
feel like yes.
Like, bro,
Like when you say like,
Magneto Rogue Gambit is like best romance storyline they had. That's the only romance I was like, cook for me. Cook, and
I
it's
don't think
bro.
I'm gonna put money on it right now. I'll say quote me back quote. Don't quote me back quote me. I don't think they're gonna focus on any romance this entire season.
See, like I don't care about anyone else, but no. What am I talking about? All was peak. Logan, Logan and Jean, and bro, they were
Yeah,
cooking,
because
bro. They were cooking.
last season they had that was just Messi herself. They had Logan and Jean. They had Scott and I've forgotten her name. Yeah, Jean's clone Jean. They had
Madeline Pryor.
Madeline Pryor. They had Magneto and Gambit and Rogue. They had the Littleton on the side with Xavier and his girl. Like they had several things going on, but I from how I'm seeing this season, I don't think they're gonna lean into it at all. Like if anything comes up, it will be when Gambit comes back. I think that'll be the only like thing we're going to get. But no, so I'm not really pressed that they're not showing it. Mostly because even like the time I was pressed about these two. That was way back like episode 7 or 8, the first season, and nah,
Yeah, he did.
no, no, no.
Yeah, he did.
But
That's for
shit,
sure.
bro. Like, what more? What do you want them to say? What do you want them to say? What did you imagine was going to happen?
Am I the writer? Am I supposed to give them the idea?
There's nothing to happen, bro. So yeah, you're expecting something that doesn't need to happen. Like
That's
in a perfect world, this would be like an hour-long episode, or it would be like 20 episodes a season. We would have like an actual like episode just to talk about their relationships or something. But you get the cast a deal with, you just move on, bro. Just move on. She broke up with him in episode 5 last season. I think it was episode 5. She joined him for a bit towards the end. They come, fight a
and we
bit,
need to address it.
conquer
We need to address it.
conquer their differences,
We don't need to pretend
conquer,
like it didn't happen.
conquer their differences. Well, like that case, why don't Dean and Logan talk about what happened? Huh? In season 1, they kissed. They
That
never talked
wasn't
about it
that
again.
wasn't Jean,
How
that
about
was
that?
Madeline.
That was Dean. That was Jean.
Are
You're
you
remembering
sure?
it wrong. That was Jean. That was after Jean found out that Scott was still talking with Madeline, like uh, through their mind, and she got pissed, and she was like sad or whatever. And then Logan was around,
Wait,
and she kissed him, and
Scott
Logan
was
was like,
still
"Yo, this isn't right."
talking to Madeline.
Madeline, yeah, she's the mother of his child, and they've been together for like months now.
No, was
We're
that
talking.
before she became the Goblin Queen?
Oh, the Goblin Queen was the first. Like the Queen was the first thing we saw. Like the Goblin Queen was immediately after that she found out that she was a clone. We hadn't
Yeah,
even gotten back the original Jean at that point. I think
yeah,
that
yeah.
happened, and the original Jean came back. Yeah, and then uh, she was like, "I'm going to, live my own life." Then she leaves. Then we find out that Scott and her are still like talking telepathically.
I'm not
And
gonna lie.
then
I don't remember like I don't remember
you
all the.
see, you see that is why you're looking for closure because you don't remember shit. You're a lapper. You're a lapper,
Nah, I'm
brother.
not. I'm not looking for closure. Well, I am looking for closure, but I'm looking for extended romance mess. And I actually want.
I'm good.
I want Jean and Logan. Well, Logan already addressed it. Logan already, but like I need Jean and Scott to talk about that shit because Jean is a fraud. She's a fraud.
Innocent, yeah, the first part of season one was just full of messy relationships. A lot of them, like I've forgotten, I put it at the back of my head, but the whole Jean and Logan thing. And back then, I think I annoyed both of us how Jean was pissed at Cyclops for uh,
That was dumb.
Madeline Pryor.
I
That was like how was she so no one knew, and they had
on,
like telepathy on the.
honestly, I feel like every scene with both Jean and Cyclops is trash. They are both dumbasses. Like they are literally both dumbasses. And you can't put two dumbasses in the same room because at that point
Mm.
they just decrease everyone's IQ. They reduce everyone in the rooms. They send it down to room
I
temperature.
calm down. Too much dip on your chip again.
Bro, dude, episode one, like episode one, every time they spoke, I was like, just shut up. Just like keep quiet. Don't talk again. Like stop. Yeah, but like as
Mm.
I said, season one was peak, so I decided to give them scene two the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I
Mm,
was not really pressed about the romance stuff. Mm.
yeah, yeah, just a heating. That's why
I'm a Houston. Right.
he sent me
I
the
think you.
link.
I think yeah. To that scene I was talking about from the series. I
Mm,
think you like Love Island or something, bro. Speaking.
I don't know, maybe, but like that's too much time to invest. That's way too much time. uh, anyway, well, it's already been an hour. We can't do this like how we know we normally talk. Otherwise, no one will listen. Like 4 hours, no. Is there anything you want to add to like the X-Men review episode or something?
As long as they cut down on how many like comic book timelines they're trying to put in one episode, uh, I'll be good, bro. It's still gonna be peak. I can see it. I trust them. Do
You
not
don't know
make me let you down. Yeah,
you do know that like Bodimeo is not like it's not part of. Well, I don't know. Maybe he wrote season two and like before he left, but like Bodimeo is not like
Nani?
part of season two. Didn't you see
I
the whole?
forgot about that.
Yeah, the whole controversy. Didn't you see it?
I forgot about that. That is true. I did remember something like that, and I forgot about that. Because I saw it like last year, or like a year and a half ago, and I was pissed dead. But I was like, what? Surely some some essence of the peak, like trickle down to season two. And I
Yeah.
forgot. I forgot. So like, yeah, bro, that might be it. That might be it.
Nah.
I believe in it.
From the first two episodes, I don't think it's going to be bad. I think this might also. I don't think it will reach season one because I think Magneto being the focus of season one made season one like a 10 out of 10. But like I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be below like an 8 out of 10. I think season two will be fine, and we can talk about the whole Bordomeo like stuff on the second episode. But like uh yeah, I think season two will be fine. Honestly, I think it will be fine.
Mm. Also, I realized have like I was just seeing some names like Havoc, Scott's brother.
Brother,
Yeah, why is he?
wait, that was Havoc.
Well,
I didn't realize.
yeah,
I didn't
mention his
realize.
name, Havoc. And that's why Jubilee called him a knockoff Cyclops.
Yeah, when you said that was funny too, but I didn't realize it was Havoc. I don't know. I turned off the subtitles because the subtitles were pissing me off. Charlie. And when the subtitles is like off and I'm like watching from the TV, I can't really hear anything. But then like I turn the subtitles off because when I'm watching, it's like I'm watching anime. So I'll like my eyes automatically goes down to read the subtitles, even though I don't need it. I just need it sometimes, and it makes me like miss some of the scenes. I'm like, I'll turn with the subtitles.
Mm.
Anyway, before we go, there's this like uh Reddit post I saw. I wanted to like take your take on it. So like the reason why it took me so long, like because we're supposed to start at 9, but then I was like 10 minutes late because I was going through like Reddit and then I saw like a post where someone was like, how cooked is DC if Lucifer decides to kill everyone? And like this is like Lucifer Morning Star talking about like the second or third strongest like character in like the whole DC universe. So like obviously everyone is saying like you like destroy the universe. And then someone came around and he was like, basically, if I'm paraphrasing, he was like, yeah, like no one can mention any feats of like Lucifer. Everybody's happy, but like no one can mention actual feats like what's like King Omega Superman did or like Perpetua. So why is he number two? And that's Lucifer is a fraud. Ah, and I read this, I'm like, is this nigga high? Like what? Like what do you mean? Like I agree with what the I agree with what the person said. Like the fact that Lucifer has no feet. But the problem isn't that he has no feet. The problem is because I was like, the presence is like an aspect of the source. And we know the presence is the one who sent the hands, that's like Perpetua's clan, to create the DC um universe or the DC multiverse, whatever. And this same presence is the one who created Lucifer and Michael to create all of creation. So what are we talking about? Like,
Personally, I think it's rage bait. Don't let it get to you, bro.
nah. I had a whole conversation. Like people was like someone was like, oh yeah, no one can give any reason. I'm like, what do you mean no one can give you any reason? He said no one can give you any feats. I'm like, sure, like we can't give you any feats because Lucifer didn't do that much. But like the only feat we have of Lucifer is him leaving the comics, and I'm like, him leaving the comics alone puts him above like almost everyone else. Because Scott Snyder was the one who wrote like Death Metal, and it was like Perpetua couldn't like ascend to become part of like the greater people who govern the multiverse, and I'm like, she couldn't do that. So why are we like putting them in the same tier? Like, is this what we're doing now? Just like saying any nonsense that comes into our head, bro.
Mm.
But anyway, the long and short of it is, what do you think about the arguments that Lucifer Morningstar has no feats and therefore it is unreasonable to put him in the same tier as King Omega Superman and Darkseid, like True Form Darkseid or Perpetua or Doctor Man? When you said Doctor Manhattan, that
But
even pissed me off.
interesting. First of all, I don't even know why they're in the same tier. It's supposed to be a higher tier than the. I don't know why. When you say the same tier, I thought you were going to mention different group of people. Those guys also OP, obviously, but actually, he's supposed
Yeah,
to be
no,
above them.
I believe Lucifer is among them, but the guy who said they are not even in the same tier.
Maybe he meant they're not in the same tier, and he's higher than them.
No, he said you
But
can't put them on par with Doctor Manhattan and Perpetua and like Omega Superman because those people have greater feats.
oh, okay, that's rich, but don't get annoyed. Uh, personally, he's like top five in the DC universe, like period. Supposedly, but like honestly, like narratively. Personally, I think we can jump him. Yeah, yeah. I think we can jump him, bro. Gather everyone and jump him.
um,
No,
I don't even know why I asked you. I don't know
think
why I
about it,
asked you.
let's
How I
think about it, bro.
how are you going to jump the second strongest in the whole DC multiverse? I
Grab
don't even
every single version of Superman, grab the entire hand, grab all the fifth dimensional imp beings, all the Mr. Physical, whatever you call his name, all the Batman. I'm sure we're gonna take him down, bro.
yeah, I should have brought it to like I don't even know why I thought you would say something sensible.
Think about can those is it's not is it possible to even beat all of those people?
It's Lucifer Morning Star. He can just
Yeah,
take
but
them out of
is it
existence.
even dead as they might actually be able to box the presence? Thoughts?
What?
Why not? Wasn't there someone whose feet was doing something to the presence? Who was it? There's someone
Just
whose feet is doing something. Uh, yeah, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
you know, you do know the presence is the god of the omniverse, right?
I know. But stay with me now. There was someone whose feet was doing something to the presence. I've
Y-
forgotten who
y-
it was.
y-
Was
yeah,
it
your argument is
Dragon?
a group of ants can touch what's the name, a giant. Like, just because a group of ants gather, that doesn't mean they're going to do anything to a giant. None of
Mm.
them, none of them have reality warping on the scale of the presence of. That's the thing. Like, reality warping comes in scales, and Lucifer, Michael, Elian, is it her name? Ellie is something. Ellie. That's the one who took over the presence. That's Michael's daughter. And the presence all have reality warping on the scale of the omniverse. By virtue of authority, those niggas can't touch them.
Supposedly.
What do you what do you mean supposedly?
What happens if they all gather and then they just mash up their reality warping powers to become like a super reality warping attack?
It
Sort of
wouldn't
like
make
Power Rangers.
it wouldn't make any difference because the what do you call it? The presence is omnipotent. Lucifer and Michael aren't omnipotent, but this there's reality warping is still on the scale of the omniverse, so he's still not going to touch them.
Yeah. But like Cosmic Armor Superman and all those Superman and Superboy Prime and
What are they going to
you
do?
know all of them together. The Batman Who Laughs, Petra, like all of them, bro. They're gonna
He,
jump in, bro.
he's just going to
You
think
know
them
what?
out of
Wally
existence.
West. I don't even need to go on this one. Wally West will win.
What
As
do you
long
mean?
as he
What
has
was
his pose, as long as he has his pose, he can be opposed.
that? That's a crazy slogan.
If you know, you know.
That's a crazy slogan. Oh, but yes, that's the end of this episode. It's already been an hour and 70 minutes. We're just getting started, so I'm trying to limit um the amount of time we do these podcasts. Honestly, we can do about like 2 to 3 hours if we wanted to, but like no
Hell
one is
nah.
going. Yeah, what do you mean, hell no, bro? We can't do that. Stop gaslighting them. Anyway, yeah, we can basically like do like 2 to 3 hours if we wanted to because we have a lot of stuff to discuss. But we're just getting started, and like no one is going to listen to like a new podcast for like 2 hours. Like I don't think anyone's going to do this. So yeah, that's the end of this episode, and I wonder what the next episode will be. Philip, do you have anything else to say?
Uh, Not too much. I think all of them together can beat Lucifer.
N- no, 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 no. Oh, bro. I hope like people listen to like the end of this conversation so that like they can comment down and like tell me their thoughts. I'm pretty sure someone is going to say something stupid like what you said. Like I should leave this for like I wonder if you should create like a podcast segment where like we argue about things like this. Because like I
You
can't
underestimate the power of jumping.
no, I can't sit down and just be content with my life thinking there are people like you who exist who think everything they, everything in, that happens in JJK can happen everywhere else. That's not how the world works, bro. It's just that everyone in JJK is a fraud. That's it. That's literally the reason. Everyone in JJK is a fraud.
With the sole exception of Gojo, of course.
I give up. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So we are done with this podcast. This is the Immortals podcast. I still don't know how to pronounce it in French. Um, I'm Michael. That's Philip, and yeah, we hope you guys saw this. I'll probably this is first going to Spotify, and I'll probably upload this on YouTube too because I have to do some like editing first. But yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Take care, guys.
I think it's Italian or Latin. But yeah, goodbye.
I don't bro, I don't know. Duncan came up with that name, and I don't know, bro. I think it was Duncan came up with that name. Uh, yeah,
Mm.
but yeah,
Oh, it's Greek.
yeah.
From
Anyway,
Percy Jackson. I'm a lapper.
who? What did you? What happened?
So it's from Percy Jackson. It's from Percy Jackson.
What is?
Di-Immortalless.
What? Hey, you didn't know, bro. You discussed me. You
I
discussed me.
yeah, okay, okay. All right.
I don't proclaim myself to be like a Percy Jackson expert. It's you and
Oh,
is you Duncan and you Duncan Danny and what's that guy's name? Edosium.
Anthony.
No,
I
Antonio.
see.
Antonio
Once
doesn't play
upon a
football
time I
too.
did. When the group was created, I knew it, but I forgot. Innit?
Uh, but yeah. Anyway, uh, take care, guys. And as I always say on my YouTube channel, God loves you all, and Jesus loves you all. Take care.